Time away.
The king has returned.
Long live the king.
Wait, let me get the little crown over there. Gary, today, guess what we're talking about?
We're talking about food, Will.
Food. And you know why?
Because we're hungry?
That too. Now,
It's all with Mark KZ. It's all with Mark KZ and Paul.
we were saying in another episode, and I'm going to probably put that to like the bloopers area, but we were talking about food and what makes us sick and what doesn't. And I think it's because we're not exercising as much. We're not doing our steps, and we can't take in as much food because our body's not going to burn it. So when I used to walk a lot, we burn more, and then we need more energy, right, to sustain ourselves. But right now, it's a little hard because we're not getting the energy to exercise that we need, and we're getting sick from this food. And Burger King is bad because it's a lot of salt, and it's flame broiled, which makes it taste good. It's very tasty.
I love Burger King. I prefer the fries at McDonald's, but I prefer the Burger King burgers. So my ultimate combo would be a Burger King burger with McDonald's fries.
You know that Burger King has a McDonald's burger. It's called the Big King.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's a Big King. They use the same sauce or something.
Oh, okay. So it's a bit like a Big Mac. It's just it's got that smingy sauce on it.
And I think the McDonald's has a Burger King sandwich. They because their patents ran out or something, so they were able to take each other's sort of key signature. Burger King is they use mayo ketchup. Burger King, the fries used to be battered, and they changed them.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like the new one. It was a while ago, but I still remember. It had to have been, couldn't have been more than 10 years, but it was a while ago, and I remember them, and they used to be the best part of Burger King, and then they took those away. I liked Burger King's coffee. And McDonald's
I've never had a coffee at Burger King. I've had soft drinks. Yeah, I usually just go for the soda when I go to Burger King.
Yeah, McDonald's, I like their coffee too. Their coffee is actually rated one of the best. I think even over Starbucks. I don't know recently, but I know that they once were beating Starbucks. But I like McDonald's breakfast sandwiches, and they've changed a lot too because of all these like Five Guys. I don't know if you got these places in England, but Five Guys and Whataburger and all these places, they're like more natural. So all these places are trying to change, and Burger King's like doing something about cow farts, and they're doing something about their burgers not rotting, or they do rot because they're natural. And then Burger King and McDonald's shows you that their meat is actually real. It's not like fake meat or something. And
yeah, it's quite famously there's the McDonald's burger from the last ever McDonald's in Iceland, because apparently Iceland is one of the few countries in the world, if not the only country in the world, that doesn't have a McDonald's. They used to up to about 20 years ago or something, maybe 30 years ago, and they closed it because it was unhealthy. But famously, there's Google this, but there's a hotel that has the very last Big Mac ever bought in the very last McDonald's in Iceland, and it's still exactly the same as it used to be.
Wow. Yeah, that was a whole big thing about that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's in a bell jar, you know. It's just sort of like on this plinth, and it's just, you look at it, and it looks a little dry, but you can tell it's a burger, and it's still not deteriorated at all.
It's probably like petrified.
I really like McDonald's breakfasts. That's one of the few things I do like. There's a baker's over here. It's a bakery. They're called Greg's. So you can go in, you can get yourself. We call them sausage rolls. You get finishes, you get donuts and all sorts. There you get like a steak bake. So it's like a square pastry, and in the middle is like hot steak. Like a steak and gravy sort of mixture in the middle of it. And the coffees there, I think, are really, really nice. I get myself a mocha from there, like semi-frequently. But in terms of the breakfast steaks, I think Greg's pips McDonald's to the post a little bit to me. I love both. What you get at Greg's, as I probably told you a few times before when we've been messaging each other and stuff, is it's a sandwich, and it's got a sausage on that sandwich, and it's got bacon on that sandwich.
Meat and meat.
meat and meat. But it's really, really nice because they are different flavours even though they're from the same animal. So you get a sandwich and you get a coffee for the equivalent of... And the coffee's a large coffee, it's like that. For the equivalent of... How much would it be in dollars? It'd be about $3.
Wow.
The Greggs stuff. I do occasionally get it with the McDonald's stuff. And McDonald's breakfast would probably cost me about $6 or $7 over here.
Yeah.
That'd be with the hash brown and the your McMuffin and coffee or whatever.
That meat on top of meat reminds me of the KFC thing with it, where it's like a sandwich and they use chicken as the bread.
We've had that, yeah. they did a limited edition run of that over here. But I don't think it lasted very long. It is literally like two fillets into with something in the middle.
Yeah. But
did
McDonald's over there, do they have the same promotion where they're doing breakfast all day?
No.
Okay.
No, they don't. Over here it's still 11 o'clock.
They changed it here because people want it like throughout the day. So I think it's like limited. I don't think it's every single thing on their menu.
Yeah.
I don't think you can get like the deluxe breakfast with the pancakes and everything.
No.
But you can get like the egg McMuffins and sausage muffins and all that stuff.
Do you have the breakfast wrap over there? They've got like a tortilla wrap. Mm-hmm. You get that. It's got like the hash brown and everything in it, and I really like them as well. I think they're really nice.
I think their breakfasts are a little more healthy than the lunch. Mm. I could be wrong, but I think it's a little more natural.
But I think the McMuffin's about 400 calories. Where you get a Greg's sandwich is about 250 calories. Mm-hmm. So,
and is Greg's is it like McDonald's where they have them everywhere?
They're everywhere, except they're not. There's probably about 6 in Manchester.
So they're like a 7-Eleven, probably.
Except if you can imagine like a bakery, it's like a bakery. That's what they do. They do baked goods all day in, day out. Except you can only get this breakfast sandwich in the morning, I think, up to about 11:30. But for the price of 2 breakfast sandwich meals at Greg's with massive coffees, you could get 1 meal at McDonald's. So it makes sense sometimes to just get a Greg's. It's pocket money.
Yeah, exactly. We forgot Wendy's. Wendy's made me sick the other day.
What do you get? We don't have Wendy's over here. So what sorts of breakfast do you have at Wendy's?
They're starting to do the crazy stuff now too, with Baconator and the breakfast Baconator and all this crap. It's like, and then with this whole COVID thing, you're walking through, you're driving through, you got your mask on, and it's just, I don't know.
But what are Wendy's known for? Like, for example, McDonald's would be obviously the Big Mac, and it'd be the McMuffin for the breakfast. So if you go to Wendy's, what would you get from a Wendy's typically?
Well, they're chili and they're potatoes. They have like actual potato that they give you, sour cream, bacon. Their burgers are pretty good. Their whole thing was that they were natural. They had natural meat. It wasn't as like processed as Burger King and McDonald's, but now that they're changing, Wendy's got to kind of change their thing too. And then plus, like I said, all these other places that are like organic kind of burger joints, they're gonna push all these guys in there because you can't beat that. You can't say, I got a burger about the same price as McDonald's that's organic. No. Now Burger King, they have to kind of compete with that. And
Five Guys are really expensive. Five Guys are ridiculous. I went on the brother's stag party for his wedding, which is in September, and this was before lockdown. And I think it was for fries and a burger at Five Guys. It came to about £12. which is what, $15 or something like that. And all right, they serve beer as well. You could get a bottle of Corona and stuff like that there, but it was expensive. You know, it's like double the price of a McDonald's.
The funny thing is, if you don't get the value meals at McDonald's and Burger King, you're still paying a lot, because when I go there, sometimes you don't want to get the meal. You just want to get the burger. And the burger's like $5 something.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you could still be spending a fortune as well. Exactly. But what do you like to eat? But Gary.
Yes. Are you going to say...
You're going to see me next time? Yes. Oh my God, see you next time. Okay. Sensor dog is going to work overtime. He's back to work. he's off furlough and he's back into it. Oh my God.
I like big butts and I cannot lie.
Cannot lie.
Well, when I used to walk a lot, I always said walk. You can wash and dry my pillows. We're getting sick from this food, and wow, you're giving me chest pains.
Yeah,
just thinking about that.
You don't get any of that with the Greggs.
That's their big sauce thing. But that's the rabbit hole.
Yeah.
And we're not going down the rabbit hole this week.
No, definitely not. Quaint little England, Will. Quaint little England. We all live in little houses and sing together. And we love the Queen. We eat roast potatoes and beef. And we
all float down here.
We all float in England, merry little England.
Like the little broomstick.
Yeah, just like it. We have real witches in England as well.
There's witches everywhere.
Yeah, but you can tell it's a burger. It's still not deteriorated at all.
It's probably like, what's that P word? Preserved, or I can't think of it.
If only we knew two writers to think of the word.
Petrified.
Petrified almost. Yeah. No, I see. Yeah. What was I going to say? I was going to say something.
You got it?
Almost. I really like McDonald's breakfasts. That's one of the few things I do like. There's a baker's over here. It's a bakery. It became really, really popular when we had a recession about 10 or 15 years ago. They're called Greggs. They're like a famous cheap bakers. So you can go in, you can get yourself, I don't know if you get sausage rolls over there, you know, the sausage meat with a pastry around it.
Yeah. Pigs in a blanket.
Yeah. It's got like pastry around it. We call them sausage rolls. You get like danishes, you get donuts and all sorts there. You get they call them like a steak bake. So it's like again, it's just pastry, but like a square pastry, and in the middle is like hot steak. You know, like a steak and gravy sort of mixture in the middle of it. So, but anyway, this became very, very popular about 10 or 15 years ago. Like so, when we had the recession, because it's cheap. And the coffees there, I think, are really, really nice. I get myself a mocha from there, like semi-frequently. Do you know what it is? It's a Rick and Morty pen.
I thought it was a little bumblebee.
Yeah, no. It's like I think it's Sick Morty or something. It's supposed to be ill.
Oh, Sick Morty.
And what it was I was actually writing on just doodling on a sheet of paper as I was talking to you, and it kind of did that. So it looks like I'm messing it up. Actually, I'm just writing.
Yeah. My sister's cat was Morty.
Your sister's cat is Morty?
Well, he passed away.
Oh, what a shame.
Now, we're gonna wrap this up because I'm sweating my off. Is that a curse?
I guess.
And we're gonna go back to Christmas, guys, because it's almost here. Hallmark is putting all the Christmas movies on. So, Merry Christmas, Gary.
Ho ho ho! COVID Christmas.
And I have to do the lawn
No, nice.
before I get a ticket.
I'm gonna actually. I can't believe you get tickets for not mowing your lawn. That
it's
just seems really, really strange.
Well, if it goes above, like, I think 5, like, or maybe 10 inches or something, like, it has to be like a certain. If your grass gets really bad, like, you know,
Yeah.
sometimes you get those weeds that just jump up.
Yeah.
So they'll give you a warning and then a ticket.
Hey,